Hello everyone, I am Sanjeev Pandey and today this is video 4 on the chapter The Summer of Beautiful White Horse. Let us start. Every family has a crazy streak in it somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy streak in our tribe. See, here the narrator Aram is saying that every family has a crazy person. He says that every family has a crazy person. It is that sure. Every family has a stick means actually line of crazy persons. Stick means line of crazy persons. Every family has a crazy streak means crazy line of crazy persons. In it means in the family somewhere. And my cousin Murad and his cousin Murad was considered thought to be the natural descendant successor of crazy streak, this crazy line in our tribe. He want to say, Arab want to say that his cousin, his cousin Murad has succeeded this craziness in the family, in the tribe. Before him was our uncle Khusro, an enormous man with a powerful head of black hair and the largest mustache in the San Joaquin Valley. Joaquin Valley, sorry. Before him, before Murad, actually there is a line of crazy persons in the tribe. So before Murad, his uncle Khusro was crazy person. Before him was our uncle Khusro, an enormous means very big man. He was very big man. He was a very big man with a powerful head, and his head was very powerful of black hair, and he had black hair and the largest mustache, and he had the largest mustache in the San Joaquin Valley. Actually, this is name of the valley, one of the long interior valley of California. So Uncle Khusro was also crazy person. A man so furious. Furious means angry. He was a man of angry nature. He was a man of angry nature. In temper. A man so furious in temper. In temper, sorry. A man so furious means angry in temper. He was short tempered. So irritable, and he was very irritable person. Easily he was irritated and so impatient, restless. He was a restless person. That he stopped anyone. That he stopped anyone from talking. From talking by roaring. He used to shout, he used to roar on any person to stop him from talking. So impatient, so restless that he stopped anyone, means any person, from talking by roaring. By roaring. He used to say, Uncle Khusro used to say, it is no harm. It is no harm. Pay no attention to it. Pay no attention to it. This sentence was his pet sentence. And he used to say this sentence to anyone whom he wanted to make silent. That was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking about. For Uncle Khusro, it didn't matter what the person was talking about. The person might be talking about any important matter, but he was sure to interrupt him and stop him from talking. That was all. No matter what anybody happened to be talking about, it did not matter. Uncle Khusro, whether the person was talking about a great matter or a small matter, if he wanted to stop him, he would roar and used to stop him from talking. Once it was his own son Arak running. He came running 8 blocks. Blocks refer to distance. Once it was his own son Arak running. He came by running 8 blocks to the barber shop. He came to the barber shop where his father means Uncle Khusro, where his father was having his mustache trimmed, where he was having his mustache trimmed, to tell him. The boy came to tell him their house was on fire. That their house was on fire. The fire caught their house. This man Khusro sat up in the chair and roared. This man Khusro, his uncle, sat up in the chair and roared. I started roaring. It is no harm. It is no harm. Pay no attention to it. Pay no attention to it. Now, hearing this, all were surprised. What type of person he is, that he is not going to his house that is on fire and he is saying such type of sentence. The barber said, but the boy says, your house is on fire. But the boy says, your house is on fire. So Khusro roared. So Khusro also roared and said, enough. It is no harm. I say it is no harm. And don't talk too much. Be silent. In this way, he roared at the barber also and made him silent. So here we see this was crazy behavior, crazy nature of Uncle Khusro. The same type of behavior Murad had succeeded from Uncle Khusro. My cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant, this means successor of this man. This man Uncle Khusro. Actually, he was his uncle, but in behavior, in craziness, he was just like Uncle Khusro. So he was thought to be a true successor of Uncle Khusro. My cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant, this means successor of this man. This man means Uncle Khusro, because he got craziness from Uncle Khusro, and he was crazy as Uncle Khusro was. Murad's father was Jorab. See, Murad's father was Jorab, who was practical, and nothing else. He was practical person. That's how. That is how it was in our tribe. It is common thing in our tribe because father may be of different nature and son may be of different nature. Son may go on other person. This was a common thing. This was a common point in the tribe. That's how it was in our time, in our tribe. That's That's how it was in our tribe. See, Jorab was Murad's father. Jorab was Murad's father, but see, in behavior he was like Uncle Khusro. A man could be, a man could be the father of his son's flesh, means biological father. A man, this was common in their tribe. A man can be biological father of a son, but it was not sure that he would be the father of the son in spirit, in behavior, in nature. A man could be the father of his son's flesh. Mean to say, a man could be the biological father of his son, but that did not mean that he was also the father of his spirit. But it did not mean that he was the father of his spirit. The son might be different in nature, in behavior, in thinking, in liking and disliking from his biological father. This was common thing in their tribe. The distribution of various kinds of spirits. Here will behavior and liking and disliking. Nature. The distribution of various kinds of spirit means nature, behavior of our type had been from the beginning. Capricious means actually not systematic, and beggar means wandering. Actually, see what was the point? The point was a person could be the biological father of his son, but he was not sure to be the father of his son's spirit. So this was very strange thing, and this was common in their tribe. In this way, natural behavior, natural qualities, natural likes and dislikes, but distributed in very unsystematic manner, in very bundling manner. The distribution of the various kinds of spirit of, of our tribe had been from the beginning. Capricious means unsystematic, and vagrant means wandering. The behavior of the son was not matching with the behavior of his father. B wrote, and my cousin Murad sang. B wrote, the narrator and his cousin Murad rode on the horse, and my cousin Murad sang song. For all anybody knew, we were still in the old country where, at least according to some our neighbors, we belonged. Actually, they were in their own region. See, for all anybody knew, we were still in the old country, in the old village, at least according to some of our neighbors. According to some of their neighbors, they belong to that country, and they were in the region of that area. We let the horse run as long as it felt like running. Actually, they tried
to make the horse run as fast as it could run, and they felt that it was running. B let the horse run as long as it felt like running. They allowed the horse to run as fast as it felt like the horse felt like running. At last my cousin Murad said, "Get down, I want to ride alone." Now see, because his cousin Murad was crazy, suddenly his mood changed and he said to the narrator, "At last, my cousin Murad said, Get down, I want to ride alone. I want to ride alone." "Will you let me ride alone?" I asked. The narrator asked if he would allow him to ride on the horse alone. "That's up to the horse." My cousin said, "Get down. This is up to the horse. This depends on the horse, whether it allows you to ride on it alone or not. Get down, you get down." "The horse will let me ride," I said. The narrator said that horse would let him ride. "We shall see. We shall see. They will see." He said, "Don't forget that I have a bay with the horse." And he was trying to show his mastery in the matter of horse dealing. He was trying to show that he was superior to Aaron. "Don't forget that I have a bay with the horse. Don't forget that I have a bay how to deal, how to tackle the horse." "Well, okay," I said. Well, I said, "Anyway, you have with the horse. Yes, you have a way with the horse. With the horse. I know you can handle the horse. You can deal with the horse. I know because you are expert." Aram said. "Well," I said, "anyway, you have with the horse. I have also a way with the horse. I can also deal. I can also tackle the horse." "For the sake of your safety," he said. For the sake of your safety, for Arab safety, he said, "Let us hope so. Let us hope so that you know how to deal with the horse. You know how to tackle the horse. Get down, get down." All right, okay." I said, but remember, you have got to let me try to ride alone. But you have to give me chance." Aram said to Murad that he had to give him chance to ride on the horse alone. I got down and my cousin Murad kicked his heel into the horse to make the horse run very fast. He kicked his heels into the horse. I got down and my cousin Murad kicked his heels into the horse and shouted, "Bajir, run!" Bajir, that is for horse. He called the horse Bajir and ordered him to run. The horse stood on its hind leg. Hind leg means back leg. The horse stood on its hind leg means back leg and snorted, and the horse snorted and burst into fury of speed and started running in a great speed. Great speed. Burst into a fury of speed means to say he started running at great speed. That was the loveliest, and that was the loveliest thing for Murad. For Aram, the thing I had ever seen. And that horse started running at very fast speed. And this thing, try to understand the sentence and see the sentence. That was the loveliest That was the loveliest, the most beautiful thing I had ever seen, because Aram wanted to see the horse running at a very high speed. My cousin Murad raced the horse, and Murad was enjoying horse riding. My cousin Murad raced the horse across a field of dry grass to an irrigation ditch and crossed the ditch on the horse. He crossed irrigation ditch, dry grass, field of dry grass. He continued to run the horse. And 5 minutes later, and after 5 minutes, he returned, dripping wet, extremely wet. That drops of water were dripping from his cloth and from his body. The horse must have dropped him into any ditch. That's why he was wet, and he was extremely wet. So much wet that drops of water were dripping from his body and clothes. The sun was coming up. The sun was rising up. Sun was coming out. Now it's my turn to ride, I said. Now, the narrator Aram said that it was his turn to ride on the horse. My cousin Murad got down from the horse. Ride, he said. He said to the narrator Aram to ride on the horse. I leaped to the back of the horse. The narrator Aram jumped to the back of the horse and for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. And for a moment knew the most awful fear imaginable. The horse did not move. But the horse did not move. See, try to understand the line. I leaped to the back of the horse. He jumped up and sat on the back of the horse. And for a moment he knew the most, and he was afraid. And he was afraid. He knew most awful fear. Imaginable means that can be imagined. He was able to imagine the fear that he felt while riding on the horse. The horse did not move. Thank you. Have a nice day.